Yes, so, Surya, firstly, you've been doing really well so far. But what I want to ask you is, coming into the tournament, the preparation that went through the weeks you spent in Mumbai training in that special environment you had created with the monsoon in mind. What was that all about?
I think that was the first step coming into this tournament. What I felt players coming together during that situation and practicing in that crisis, I think that has really helped us mentally coming into this tournament. And then when we came here, we were already mentally prepared. How do we go about in this tournament? And that environment being created by Mumbai Indians, I think that was really good for the players who felt what will happen when they resume cricket. So I think that was the best environment created for all the players, and it helped us really well mentally, and obviously most important physically.
Thank you, Bedojo. Would you have any follow-up question on that?
Yeah, I would also like to add on to that. I mean, Surya, it's a different thing for the domestic cricketers to prepare, but when you have somebody like, say, a Jasprit Bumrah or Hardik Pandya, Rohit coming in, so as somebody who's almost on the verge of breaking into the Indian team, what was your interaction with them going into the season?
Uh, they have, I think, they have already always been mentally strong, and I have played a lot of domestic cricket with Rohit as well, and even Jasprit when he was just starting his career. So without, I think, without the even they have played their cricket without the crowd a lot of time. So it was not that difficult for them. So they just pass on the same message to me as well. Whenever you play, or just think about what you do right. Just follow your process, your routines, and just go about it and think about nothing else.
That's great. Then that's it.
Thank you, Bedojo. Gaurav, would you like to go next?
Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, Gaurav bhai, how are you?
All good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Congratulations for
Good.
that excellent knock in the last game, Surya.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
wanted to ask you, can you take us through that six that you hit, off Archer and the bouncer before that ball, you got stuck in your head. So can you talk us through that, the whole thing?
Yeah, I think that was one of the best moments which I felt of that game for me. I mean, from my point of view, after getting hit, I think I feel that my brain got in place for that shot. But no, keeping the jokes apart, Hardik was there at the other end, and he was like, "Boss, this is the time. Try and let's do something different." So I just asked him, with experience, what do you feel with this field? What is he gonna try now? So he was like, he may hit a Yorker, what I feel. So I was like, okay, let's get prepared for that. And that is actually one of the shots which I was practicing during the lockdown back home. And I thinking about anything else, I just tried and execute, and it worked out really well, and I was really happy for that.
Gaurav, you can take one more
Okay.
if you have any.
Yeah, yeah. Surya, when you play knocks like these, how confident do you feel about getting picked up again for the first time for India and the limited overs team? We have got a tour coming up to Australia. How much does it raise your hopes when you play like that? Do you sort of churn your in anticipation that you are now almost there?
Firstly, I think from team's point of view, I really feel good that I contributed, and the team was victorious. And secondly, I felt I was batting really well from last 3 4 games, and even during practice sessions I was really doing well. So I backed myself, and I just thought this knock was coming, and it had to come today or tomorrow, but not too late, obviously. But yeah, And since last 2 years and 3 years, I've been batting really well. I think in white ball tournament and domestic cricket and even IPL. So I'm really looking forward to that break coming up really soon.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. Arithro, you had a question. Surya, we have Arithro from HT.
Hi
Yeah.
Arithro, how are
Hi.
you?
Yeah. Hi, Surya. So, Surya, first of all, many congratulations for that top you played in the last game and drove Mumbai to victory. Surya, I wanted to ask you about, we've seen a lot of videos on MI's social media handles about how Rohit is helping youngsters come up through the ranks. So I wanted to know you, you've been part of the Mumbai Indians setup for the last 2 3 seasons. So I want to know actually what conversations do you have with Rohit, before a game or after a game? What type of tips does he pass on to you as an international batsman? How to go about things? Because since you are a top order batsman for MI and Rohit also opens international cricket and also for MI. So what kind of conversations do you have with Rohit and what help does he provide you before and after each match?
Uh, Whenever we meet, I think there is always a conversation which I mean not even not from the start or maybe from the middle, or we end a conversation with something which I get to learn from him. He's been amazing in international cricket since so long, and big server of in Indian cricket. Whenever I sit and talk to him, I just try and grasp a lot of knowledge from how he understands his game, and how and all the time he tells me only one thing, as he's also a top order batsman and even now I've started playing in top order. He shares the same experience what he did when he started playing like that, and just explains me different situations in what he has been gone through, and same thing he tries to tell me, even you can do and or try this in these situations which can help you. And even I have tried it since 2018 when I started batting higher up for Mumbai Indians. I have tried the same things, nothing different. I just followed. I trusted him blindly. I obviously knew what my game was, but at the same time, I knew what he was trying to tell me for me to do better on that given day. So whenever I sit, maybe it's on the field or off the field, team room, in the gym, I just feel that one point which can help me to take my game one step ahead in every game. So he's always there, maybe it on the ground during the game, practice sessions, or in the team room, or we are having a team gathering anytime. So it's a great thing to have him around and to have such a good backing. So I really enjoy and really look forward to few more games.
Adarsh, if I may ask another one, a short question.
Yeah, go ahead. Can I come back to you again? This couple
Sure,
of guys.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Ayush. Ayush from Kickbuzz, Surya.
Hello.
Hi Ayush,
Hi, Surya. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. So, just like after the previous game in the post-match presentation, you had said about your game on the offside that you had got a chance to work during this off-season, just before coming here. So, what were the specific areas that you were looking to work on before coming to this IPL?
I think the game towards offside. I just wanted to make it a little stronger, as I have been playing a lot of domestic cricket as well. So in that also, you can't just actually survive on one side. So you have to be good on both the sides. So I just wanted to make it a little stronger and add a few more strokes in my armory, so that tomorrow if someone else plans something against me, so I can actually counter that. So it was something like that, related to the game, and I just wanted to make it a little easier for me. Didn't want to complicate things in my batting. Obviously, the stronger areas were kept the same way, but just wanted to add one more feather. I mean, just wanted to go one step ahead in my batting and see what I can do if I add this game also, and it may work for me, and it's going really well.
Yeah. And just another question about your game on the leg side, about very specifically of the sweep shot that you play off fast bowlers. Now, I have come to understand that this is a shot that you had from a very young age. How did you develop that? Is there a story behind it? Because sweeping fast bowlers is not something that a luxury that you can get with coaches early on. So, how did you come to develop that shot?
It's actually it can actually be a little funny as well, but when I started playing a lot of rubber ball cricket with my friends during rainy season, that time we used to play in on hard concrete surfaces. So there was the boundary on the off side was about just 30-40 meters, but on the leg side it used to be 70-80 meters. So from there I started actually playing that scoop shot and that lap shot. It has all come from there. Even the sweep. So in rubber ball, you don't fear that much when you play a sweep or you play a lap. So you know it's not going to hurt so much. So I developed that habit playing from there, and it has just come in this cricket as well.
Thanks, Surya.
Thanks, Ayush. Abhishek from Mumbai Mirror, Surya.
हेलो सूर्य
हेलो अभिषेक भाई, कैसे हो?
हाँ सूर्य, बस बढ़िया भाई, ऐसे ही लगे रहो.
थैंक यू.
अच्छा सूर्य, टेल मी, so first of all, how different is this heat and humidity compared to what you experienced in Bombay in May, and what specific preparation have you been doing to combat this? Because it was a very physically demanding innings we could see.
Actually, it's almost the same in conditions which we practiced back home when the camp was set up in Mumbai. It was almost the heat that time and the heat now. I feel it's more or less the same, and we knew when we come here we'll have to run really hard, and when we get tired it's sweat is all over, and then that time we have to push and play some nice strokes and run two runs, three runs. As you see, Abu Dhabi and Dubai, the grounds are really big. So if we have to take 2 runs or 3 runs, so we'll have to build that physical fitness to that level. So back home, the preparations were according to this thing only, as how we'll go there, and we'll have to run hard. When we get tired, we have to hit strokes. What we'll do, what will the situation be like that time. So the preparations at that time were really nice, and which is really helping us right now during the games. After coming here, we are just trying to touch up on few things, maybe trying to take a lot of catches and stay in the heat as much as possible, so that it doesn't affect us much during the games. But I think that line is very important. What we did there, the heat there back home when there was no rain was exactly the same which is here right now. Yeah, first few days we were trying to adjust, but later on, as it's highly professional game, so you have to go on with it.
Yeah, can I ask one more? Hello.
Yes, Abhishek, go ahead.
Yeah, cool. Surya, in this format we see a lot of batsmen getting out when they cannot maintain their shape while hitting. But you time the ball so well even when you get out. It's mostly because you have failed to clear a fielder or something. So how much do you work on maintaining your shape in nets?
I think that's the key point in batting. When you have a good shape, you can actually try and hit anywhere in the park. So that's what I said. That's what I'm trying to do in the nets as well. Just trying to have a good shape and play my natural game. What I actually do. I don't actually like to lose my shape and play a shot like that. But I just love it. Even in the net sessions, I do the same thing. I just try and maintain shape. Even if I don't time the ball, I know if I have a good shape, I can play where I want to.
Thanks, Surya.
Thanks, Abhishek. We'll take Amol next. Amol from the Hindu, Surya.
हाय सूर्या
Hi, Amol. कैसे हो?
बढ़िया बढ़िया लग रहा है यार
Thank you.
so just a couple of queries one is what have you been up to since the game because the blow looked quite serious it was actually scary so
No, I've been doing good. First few hours were a little disturbing, but later on took really good care of me. All the physios and doctors around, they were checking on me every hour, every 2 hours. So now I'm feeling better, and it's all good.
ready to go right
Yeah, always.
okay and yeah and the other bit is you spoke about preparations in Bombay it's great to have a center pitch training and all despite the monsoon being around
Yeah.
but still the fact that you all did not have a match for almost 6 months on that background to start getting into the groove right away as in what is it that has been different this time
It was actually just a gap of 4 or 5 months. If I'm not wrong, because I remember I played my last game in Feb end or March first week. So from that, I think about 4 or 5 months, we were actually waiting for a game. But we had center pitch and we knew what we need to do, how we need to prepare going into this tournament when we got to know this tournament is coming. And we had already played so much cricket in the last 11 months. So, yeah, we were waiting for a practice game, but we knew when we go there, we'll get a few practice sessions, we'll play 2-3 practice games, and we'll be back what we used to do.
thanks sir good luck
Thank you.
Thanks, Amol. Harit, would you like to go next? Harit from Midday, Surya.
Harit bhai, what's up?
Hi, Surya bhai. All okay, how are you?
Good, very good.
Congratulations on the knock.
Thank you.
Surya, you spoken about the preparation in details and the weather, the conditions, etc. But can you take us to that phase of the earlier part of lockdown, where before the lockdown you were in tremendous rhythm, and a lot was expected. Of course, everyone was looking at IPL, and then you progressed to the Indian team. But then lockdown happened, and that phase of uncertainty, where whether there will be any cricket, in next few months was all uncertain about. Can you take us through that moment, on your personal front? Like, how are you? Of course, you would be looking forward to the IPL, but then everything was uncertain around.
Yeah, actually, that time things were not in my control, and I really feel what's in my control. I focus on those things. So I felt during that time, even I was thinking I was batting really well, and I was looking forward to the IPL. And this lockdown happened, but later on, when I got to know that yes, practice facilities are starting, there's a small camp is coming, and later on the tournament is going to happen. So I started preparing myself mentally and obviously physically as well. And when I went to the ground and I started batting, few days were difficult. Obviously, 2-3 months there was no sport, nothing. But then having a conversation with Rohit, and I felt I told him, boss, I've not been batting since last 2-3 months. And now when I've started batting, I'm not the same Surya what I felt when I batted in March mid. So he was like, just come around, pick your bat, just try and knock around for a few days. That's it. Don't just go hard on yourself during the nets. And slowly but surely, after a few days, a week's time or 10 days, you will be back to the same way. as you were before. So I just kept following whatever he said because he was there every day training and batting. So I just asked him, what do I do to get back to the same shape what I was doing before? He said, just take everything out of your mind and just knock around. Be clear what you want. Don't think about anything else. Just be clear. Have that clarity in your mind. And I was really enjoying how the way I was batting the same way I was before lockdown.
Super. Thanks.
Thanks, Harit. We'll go with Suyash.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Suyash, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Surya, we all know Mumbai Indians have 4 titles in 13, 15, 17 and 19. So it's 2020. So what's the talk in the dressing room about changing the odds, and is there some superstition as well?
There's nothing like that. We have been this year we have been playing some amazing brand of cricket, and we are really looking forward to change that what the odd years, and taking obviously we're taking one game at a time, not thinking about too much about it too much, and let's see how it goes.
Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead, Suyash.
Yeah. Surya, also, you have been in phenomenal form in domestic cricket, and every time the IPL comes up, the fans, the experts, the journalists, they want to see you wear that India cap. And I also read somewhere where you said that every time an Indian team is announced, your father searches for your name, and there is a bit of a disappointment. So how is it frustrating sometimes, and how do you keep yourself going despite having to wait for that India cap?
I think I've always been since I would say since last 2-3 years. Personally, I have matured a little bit. I've got a lot of clarity in my mind that what I want from the game, and how do I approach this, and when are things gonna come to me. So then I realized if I keep running behind it continuously, and it'll keep going far. So instead of that, I just kept focus and believed in myself, what I can do right, and follow those small things properly. Just that process and routines which will help me get there. Because if I think about the goal, the process completely misses. So I thought, let's focus on my process, and the result will automatically be taken care of. And yeah, talking about my dad, is always very anxious whenever a team is announced. So I've told him, just relax. Last 2-3 years have been really good. I've really enjoyed batting, and I personally feel I've been batting really well. So big thing is just around the corner.
Thanks.
Thanks, Suyash. We'll go for one more round of questions. In case you have, please raise your hand as before. Aritra, we'll start with you.
Yeah, hi, Surya.
Hi.
Surya, just to tap on that batting order of yours, you started playing IPL for KKR. You were assigned the role of a finisher. You used to come at number 6, 7, and then play those shots, ram shots and sweeps and reverse sweeps, and give the finishing touches to the KKR innings. But in domestic cricket, we've obviously seen you bat higher up the order from Mumbai. And now in 2018, when you shifted back to MI, you've been given a top order role, whether it was opening or now batting at number 3. So I want to know, you've looked equally comfortable building an innings and then going for the big shots, and also coming down low down the order and also play your shots from ball 1. So how do you prepare, keeping different match situations in mind? because it's difficult to play at number 3 and also suddenly switch back and bat at number 6 at the situation. So how is the preparation go around the transition of yours?
I have actually enjoyed both the roles, batting, because I have kept myself really flexible in batting. Even before, when I started playing my domestic cricket in Mumbai, I started batting lower down the order. But later on, performing again and again, they gave me a spot of batting higher up the order. The same thing I think related here as well. For KKR, I batted lower down the order, and then when I came here, they gave me the responsibility of anchoring the innings completely, right from top order, maybe may it be opening or number 3, batting till the end. So it's really nice. I've been really enjoying this role of batting. But yeah, if you ask me, I'm completely flexible at batting at any position.
Right. Thanks.
Thanks, Arithro. Gaurav, you had another question. Please go ahead.
Surya, we've seen these blazing knocks from you before, also for KKR also. So, but perhaps you could be more consistent, and that would help your case even more. When it comes to selection into the Indian team. So are you looking at this IPL to be more consistent and sort of build on this innings and not just get out to these really nice 20s and 30s and convert them and more and get those big knocks that you are pretty much capable of?
Obviously, the knock which I played last game, I've been really following that since yesterday, and I was just going through it, what I did right in that and what went wrong in the last few games. So yeah, consistency is going to be the key, and I'm trying to emulate the same knocks what I have done in the last game in the coming games as well.